Okay, folks, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a very short and concise video. I'm trying to get right to the point here, but the Tuesday video, I mentioned how the economic calendar had a heavy news driver for euro dollar today. And prior to that, there was really no news for euro. So the way I teach price action to my students, we anticipate price action moves relative to how much volatility is expected in the marketplace, a specific time or day. And while the economic calendar has a great part in that, it's not the entire process, obviously. But I'm showing you a fractal here in price. It's something that I've taught publicly. And again, it's not Wyckoff. It's not anything else, but just what I'm explaining here. This fractal is a market maker sell model. Okay, before I show you anything in terms of the annotations, pause the video, study what you think you see here, and then I'll show you the annotations. Some of you just never pause it, do you? All right, so here's the annotations. All right, so we have market in a small consolidation. It leaves the consolidation, enters back into the consolidation at 8:30. We rally up, create a smart money reversal. This is where interbank traders go short, and you can take another short in here for a low risk sell. This is another level of distribution, or where you could sell short, another level of distribution where you could sell short, and then target the original consolidation. Now that's not limited to just getting down below that. Obviously, I have a target of 117.40 as a short-term trade, but that's not the focus of this discussion. But I want you to look at this and imagine how lucrative it would be if you could see this fractal unfolding in price action. And if you could sell short up here on near the high, and learn to take profits along the way at logical places, wouldn't that be of interest to you? Well, when I was developing, I figured that only the super traders in the world, okay, the elite, if you will, could trade like that. They could foresee where these turning points would occur or where they're likely to occur, and then engage the marketplace and trade accordingly. So I'm going to take these levels off that I have here in the shapes. Okay, so it's going to take those off and strip it down to a bare chart with just a couple line segments. Okay, so that's what we have here. I was outlining this today in a recording. I took a short up here, and I covered some here, I covered some here, and I covered some right before this decline there. And then I finally got stopped out somewhere in here. You'll see it when it actually shows in the recording. But this is the level of expertise that I expect to see when people are on YouTube teaching. If you're going to talk smart money concepts, if you're going to talk institutional trading, if you're going to talk about precision sniper entries, if you have any of those buzzwords, anything like that, and you're trying to give the impression that you know how to do it or that you could teach it, it needs to be exhibited like this. Okay, I'm going to show you again the recording before I enter the trade, how I manage to stop, my thoughts. I'm typing it out in the text box, like when you go over here and do this business. Okay, you can see me actually going in and doing that, annotations on the chart. So it's not a afterthought, something that I thought after the price has already moved. I'm outlining my expectations, and you can see I'm not rushing to move my stop. I'm telling you where I'm going to take my profits, how I'm going to manage the trade before it unfolds. Okay, so it's very important because right now I'm talking and I'm speaking over this chart, but there's no way for you to know when I'm actually talking or providing the audio commentary. So that's the reason why I go into the chart and I make my annotations in text in the platform on TradingView. I used to do this with MT4, but it's been revealed in recent years by Adam Webb Not that he's the one that discovered it. Everyone kind of figured that the MT4 was, you know, rigged where you could scam it. But I moved away from that when he showed how publicly it is so easy to fake that you're a profitable trader with MT4. That little swipe to the right to show the little logo, it says real. Some brokers actually have demo accounts that still show that as real, and that's why they won't ever scrub all the way over to show you their, you know, their brokerage firm and the account number, because right away that would be showing that they're a fraud. And that's actually illegal, especially in the States, United States. If you try to show that you're making profits, you know, and it's not happening, and you're trying to sell that as investment advice or something to that effect, you know, you could really get yourself in jail for that. So to remove any doubt and to stay within the confines of the legal limits that I'm in the United States, if price is going to deliver a specific way, I don't need to do this with a live account, okay? Because it's the same price whether you see it on your paper trading platform here on TradingView, whether it's a demo account or whether it's a live account. Price is the same. Now, I'm not going to stick my head out there on the block and provide opinions, okay, and views upon the marketplace and things that I have discovered that repeat over and over again. I'm never going to say, go out here and do this with live funds or try to do this with me in a live account, because then I open myself up to liability. And that's the reason why I always stay within the confines and protection of either a demo account in my teachings or on TradingView. You'll see it as a paper trade. Now, for some of you, you maybe come to this might be the very first video you've seen by me, and right away you're thinking, oh, this guy, you know, if you're so good, you do it with a live account. You clearly don't know the regulations in the United States, okay? So if that's a struggling point for you, just go watch the other guys, because you'll never see them doing what I'm going to show you here. This isn't the only time I've ever done it either. But nonetheless, I want you to appreciate the level of visibility I have. And this is a 5-minute chart. There's people from Goldman Sachs that are on YouTube that claim that this time frame intraday is all noise and you can't see anything whatsoever. I humbly submit the following. Okay, so we're going to open up a trade that's short on euro dollar. And as it's spiking up, creating a new high, I want to sell short into that. You can see the order is actually getting placed in confirmations over in the left-hand corner. And now I'm going to put in my stop and take profit. Now notice the little percentage area. It's less than 1% total risk. So when you see this $300 per pip, just know that it's on an equity basis of $809,460 and some change, like 65 cents or so. Okay, so you can see the stops and targets are in place. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I have in mind, so you can see it's already on the chart. It's not something I'm figuring out along the way. I'm looking at something before it actually unfolds on the price action. So the breakout traders that went long on a breakout above 118.35, their stops are right below that little magnet. Okay, so that area right there is not of any concern to you. I know it's a tease. All right, and again, I'm just making a note that if in case you're worried, it's not over leverage on this trade. And what's actually happening here is the bank traders are shorting and they're selling to the buyers. Buyers are chasing, okay, they're chasing this price action higher. So they're going to target their exit, covering their shorts right below those relative equal lows where I have that magnet. Okay, so price is going to draw there. Now the question's going to come up, if price is all about supply and demand, if it's about all these patterns and indicators, why is it that not all of them agree? Because price doesn't move on the basis of those factors. It's 100% manipulated. So when you watch other people on YouTube and they'll put a million different orders on the screen and say that they know more than everyone else, but you never see them actually profiting in a position they've managed, that's very frustrating, because if you as an audience member are giving your time to someone and they're claiming to understand something, they should be able to show it and do a single pool entry and not have to require multiple layering of entries scaling in. I don't need to scale in. I know where the price is going to turn. That's how I teach it to my students. So I have here a breaker. I'm allowing price to move up that far, and it still will be a viable short. My stop loss would not be tagged if it trades to that bearish breaker, but I'm allowing for it. Okay, I'm expecting the possibility that it could trade there. It isn't going to make me nervous. It isn't going to make me feel like I'm in the wrong side of the marketplace. But that little eyeball, that's where I want to see price draw to next. Okay, so that's going to be a short-term target and where I take my first scaling. Okay, so I'm going to take 50% below that low, and as it trades into those last two down close candles, which are right here, okay, right in there, that's a bullish order block. So I'm watching price, and I'm preparing to take half the position off. I have 3 million on, so I'm going to take 1.5 million off as it trades down and gets below that order block level, which is this line right here. I'm watching just that. You all are probably watching this level up here, but as it's trading through that, I hit it and I close out half the position. So now I have a remaining balance of 1.5 million on trade. Now that low, I'm expecting that to act as a point of interest where it could offer more shorting. Now, I could have shorted it additionally here and added more to it, but I want you to focus on how we can logically look for levels to exit using the market maker sell model. Okay, I teach this stuff. It's in free lessons even on my YouTube channel here, but there's a lot more to them, and there's a lot more facets to them that, obviously I'm never going to just publicly make known. That's part of my mentorship. I know it sounds like a pitch, but I told you I'm going to reveal things to you as we get closer to the end of the year and show you evidence, proof. Okay, we had no interest in Euro until Thursday this week, and I actually made that public to you all on YouTube because the economic calendar suggests that this is the day that it should have its volatility. Everyone chased it going up, and I sold it right at the high. So we're looking for another drive lower and below those relative equal lows that I outlined at the beginning of the trade. Boom, I take half off of that 1.5 million, so now there's only 750,000 on. And I'm going to be watching to see if we get another drop lower. The sell side liquidity pool, as I outline here, that's an objective I'd like to see it trade to. So it's kind of like a best case scenario for my day trade, but as a short term trade, 117.40, which is what I just put on the chart. I'm not going to slow it down. You guys can just hear me say it again. 117.40, I think that's where it's going to go on a short term trade basis, but this is not a short term trade example. I'm showing you mastery in the scope of intraday. All right, so I took 700,000 off, and now I'm at a point where I have 85 pips locked in, and I don't care if it stops me out at this point or if it goes to my profit objective. And that's a really good place to be in trading because you're not concerned. If it takes you out, you have above your threshold that you're looking for the week. Mine is 50 to 75 pips. So you all know I was focusing on euro dollar. I was expecting, and then you go, the final balance was stopped out. And I'm going to go in and show you the executions. But I wasn't interested in doing anything with euro until today. And here we are. We're looking at the actual fractal that I teach. So smart money shorts up here. You can see my entry. I'll scrub it down a little bit so you can see it. Now I'm talking over the recording, so I'm giving a narration. The original video was just recording all day long without audio. But again, I mentioned, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that I put the ideas in text. So that way there's no way, absolutely no way, that I could funny money this. And you can see the countdown to the candle's close, and every candle's forming. It isn't a replay feature on TradingView. And obviously you can see the trade being managed from entry to exit. And I'm going down to a 1 minute chart so you can appreciate the candles and the entries and where I took my scalings. So in terms of grouping for precision based evidence, you can see that's the case here. Okay, so if you like to learn how to do this, I teach a lot of concepts that are very profitable in this YouTube channel for free. But if you've gone through it all and you want more, there will be an enrollment process for the mentorship for 2021. And there's the evidence you can see right there. But no one's going to be allowed to come in until January. And December 21st, 2021, I will make a video providing all the information on how you can join. Hopefully you found this example at least stimulating, if not informative. Until next time, I wish you good luck and good trading.